out and chatting with us this morning. And first, I wanted to start with congratulating you on your recent Grammy nominations.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure if you remember, but we actually spoke in April of this year. And one of the questions that I asked you was what you were most expectant for this year. And your answer was to be nominated for a Grammy. Um, so
I didn't even know that.
yeah, so I was just wondering, I mean, that's obviously been on your mind for a good portion of this year, if not before that. So how have those nominations resonated with you now that they've had a chance to sink in?
I think I was just probably speaking in faith when I said that. I wasn't that confident. But it's just definitely something that, as a musician, you inspire to kind of like have one day, not knowing if that's even possible, but it's just something you always say and hope for. But I don't know, like I think me being nominated just feels surreal. And it also just shows me that, my work isn't going unnoticed.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was great news. So congratulations again.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And in some other semi-recent news, you announced that you're going to be joining for King and Country on their spring 2022 tour.
Oh
Um,
my God, yeah.
I'm sure you're excited for that. But can you share like where you are in the planning stage for those nights, and if there's anything already on your heart for the message or the theme that you want to share for your time up there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I will say this: we do have a theme for that night, and um, I'm gonna be creating just this whole digital like thing, like just my whole world. So I can't really go into too much detail, but pretty much I'm gonna like just talk about everything in my world, from Maverick, Bethel, to my relationships with my family and my relationship with Jesus, and all of it's gonna be a part of this show, and it's gonna be just like I don't know, like an open memoir of like my life, I guess. It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome. Looking forward to that, I'm sure. So
Yeah, I am. I'm excited.
I bet. So you mentioned Maverick City because in addition to your solo career, you've also been instrumental with Maverick City Music, and which has also had a big year as that group. So can you share a little bit why that group is just so important to you personally?
Yeah, I mean, I started it with some friends, Tony, JJ, Chandler, myself, Naomi, Brandon Lake. But just started with friends, and out of just a pure place of wanting to write songs. And to be honest, our idea was going to be to pitch these songs to other artists, because we weren't yet at the time artists, I guess, officially. And so we wanted to pitch these songs, and then we ended up recording them ourselves. And that's how, I guess, Maverick City became Maverick City.
That's awesome.
So they mean a lot to me. Yeah, their family.
Absolutely. We've talked about collaboration. I mean, obviously, Maverick City you put together with a lot of groups and or a lot of other individuals, and just working with other artists. Are there any artists that you've worked with that you haven't gotten a chance to work with yet that you're either have some plans to in the coming year, or you would be a dream collaboration for you?
Yep, like Lauren Daigle. I'm gonna work with Lauren Daigle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like her. I like her a lot. She's dope. And Kirk Franklin too. Like him a lot. He's dope. So those are the two that I'm working on. And oh yeah, one more. Well, I don't want to say this because this is gonna come out soon, so I don't want to say
Well, we can say one coming out soon that you're also excited for. How about that?
it. But with Natalie Grant, I want to do something. I'm doing something with Natalie Grant. So
That's awesome. That's
yeah.
absolutely great. So I do want to take a quick detour for some of the questions we've been asking, with it being Christmas later this week. Just wanted to ask, what are some of your favorite Christmas traditions, or what speaks Christmas to you and just, puts you in the spirit?
I think right now, like in my house, there's a tree there, so that puts me in the spirit. And then we have like Christmas music playing. My girlfriend's over here. She just came over. She's cooking breakfast, and my friends are wrestling. They do like jiu-jitsu, so they're wrestling on the floor. And my nephew's coming up, my sister's coming up. So all these different things, I don't know, it just makes me feel like I'm off of work and enjoying the holidays. It just makes me feel festive.
That's great. Um, where are you currently drawing inspiration from, and are there any projects that you're currently in the works for with that?
Yeah, I'm always drawing inspiration from just the people around me, I guess, more than anything. Just my friends and their ideas. One of my best friends, Seth, he's my photographer, and Graham, he does photography for me as well. And they've just been like just very instrumental in this last season with planning for the Four King show. Also, I'm planning for a live recording soon, and so we've been just like dreaming, honestly, just with each other more than like pulling from, I guess, outsourced people. So yeah.
That's fantastic. So looking back, with this year almost being completed, what do you think was, the biggest accomplishment or biggest surprise for you from this whole past year? Because you've had quite the number of experiences. Because I mean, Circles was earlier, was at the beginning part of this year, and there's been so much in between that there and now.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, what's the biggest surprise, or is that what you're asking?
Yeah, biggest surprise for you.
Um, I don't know. I really don't know. I think I kind of expected some of this stuff to happen because I just been diligent and working hard. I'm like, maybe one day, this stuff will happen. So I think I kind of expected it, but I mean, I guess one thing I was really surprised is when K-Love Awards called for me to perform my song the year before it was even nominated. That was really cool. And I guess making history. I didn't expect to make history with Grammys, and I didn't expect to make history with like being the first song on gospel and CCM radio at the same time. I didn't know that was even a thing that I was working toward. So those are all just, I just woke up. I didn't know that was even a thing I had to accomplish. You know what I mean? I didn't know these things were goals. So that was very surprising.
Yeah, isn't it? It's definitely those things that you weren't planning but come together in the end. That just sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was something that needed to be accomplished.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So, but yeah.
That's funny. So I'm gonna wrap with the same question, same last question as I did when we talked earlier. What are you most expectant for looking toward 2022?
2022, I am most expecting, I don't know, like, I guess, sold out tour.
That's awesome.
Because we're working on a tour that I'm very excited about.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Well, thanks again, Dante. I just want to thank you again for taking the time out to talk, and it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Same. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.